What is up guys, Kane here. So in this video I will go over one of the three 3-man events in this game, called the Balmford Swamp. I think it appeared on the third week or so of the server being released, about the same time as Wrath of Miracles. Keep in mind this is only for the very beginning in the realm time, around castle level 20 to 25, maybe a little bit up. It changes around castle 30 to 35 with the research, equipment, and so on. In this event, you need to kill 3 bosses, and the faster you beat them, the higher your ranking can be on the leaderboard, which equals to more rewards gained and more currency to spend on the things for your account. So the formation I'm using, I remember that it was pretty strong from about 1 or so years ago, just using the Zen Sylph Archers. And I actually thought it was pretty good since most of the people were finishing the 3-man event in like 7 or 8 minutes. So I kinda thought I wouldn't need to sweat so much and the event was mine. And to my surprise, there was another team contesting us whose all 3 members were about 300,000 core power less, who were probably even half of my own core power at that particular time. Which was very surprising to me that most of those people were dwarves. Unfortunately, I did not make a formation with the dwarf gunmen or deadeyes as their other name, because I do believe I had dismissed most of my archers, and I am not sure if I even ranked top 3 in this particular event, so it is just basically a few tips for you to do that yourself. So first things first, I would rate 3 factions as the better ones for this event. The first one would be the dwarf deadeyes, which I do believe were buffed and the percent chance of them landing a headshot was increased, which multiplies the damage done by a set amount. The second and third best are lich mages and sylph archers. Keep in mind these 3 races are best only for the early game. I have done this event a second time on my own server, and the time we finished this entire event was 49 seconds or less, all 3 bosses, but that is after we had castles over 35. So factions aside, there are a few things that you can do to actually increase your damage here, by army and your equipment. Starting with the army, you can borrow from someone 2 units that can buff them, which are the Rakan turtle and the sylph worm. They both have to be from their respective factions to retain the research buff, which give more percentage buffs on their Rakan turtle, and for the worm, increase attack speed and damage on your entire field for every second the worm is hibernating. Both of these units are crucial for the early game, but turtle is not that needed as the game goes on, at least for the events, due to the size he takes up on the field. So army aside, there are a couple of items that can help you out early game to do damage. One of them is an artifact called the Sky Totem. What it does is, with set intervals, it will place down a totem and give your ranged units 30% or more attack, based on the hero's attack power which you have equipped it on, or their own attack power. I'm not entirely sure on this one, and there is one more item that you can equip on a hero as well, that will increase the ranged unit damage. It is called the Seraphic Ring, but this item is from another 3-man event, which means if Balmford Swamp is the first 3-man event on your server, you won't have this item available to you, and it increases your ranged army damage by 15%. Which is pretty decent considering for events, your archers usually clump up around 1 boss and 1 hero can buff a lot of ranged units whenever that happens. So we have covered items and factions. There is a couple more things that can increase your damage, but I'm not entirely sure if these ones are good to have or invest on. At least one of them. Now we have dragons with specific skills which can increase your ranged damage. Yes, it is good for events, but require to level the dragon to increase the level of the skill, and dragon will also take a decent amount of space on the field. And in the end, you mostly want to invest on a hero predation dragon, which will assist you for PvP events and so on. so I'm not sure what you can do with this information. And last but not least, heroes. Some heroes can increase the damage done on bosses, like Denji. Some heroes can buff the damage your backline will do. But it depends on specific races, because not many races have heroes who can buff them. For example, Lich Mages do not have a hero that will increase their damage. Dwarf Deadites do not have a hero who will increase theirs. But Human Archers, Rakan Archers, and Sylph Archers all have their respective heroes who will do so. Dwarf Deadites have a hero who will increase their ammo capacity and replenish their ammo. So this can be viewed as some sort of a buff to their damage, I guess, since if they run out of ammo, their attack speed is insanely reduced. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video for the tips for the early game 3-man events. Thanks for watching guys, and stay safe.